shortstop for the injured Xander Bogaerts. So again, start number 3 for McCade Brown. What are you looking for, Sully?
You know what? I'm looking for him to let it rip. I feel like his first 2 starts, he's been a little too conservative. I think in his last start against the Cubs, he was only in the strike zone about 54% of the time. When you look at his minor league numbers, the punch-outs, I mean, he was racking up over 12 Ks per 9. Here, just under 6 Ks per 9. So I feel like he's holding back a little bit, pitching a little bit on the edges. He just got to trust his stuff and let it rip. That's how I really feel.
Okay. To your note, he had a 247 earned run average in 20 minor league starts this year. That is quite impressive. Let's take a look at the defenders behind him, the Rockies starting defense, presented by York Space Systems. Brenton Doyle is in the middle of things in the outfield. Tyler Freeman was the DH yesterday. Mickey Moniak played right. They just swapped that role this evening. George Beckson left. It's Karros and Tovar, Ritter and Bernabel in the young infield with Hunter Goodman doing the catching. Warren Schaefer's club, their 3rd shutout of the year last night. That 3-0 gem, authored by Kyle Freeland. It was the 9th time, somewhat surprisingly, that the Padres have been shut out. 7 of those 9 out on the road.
Well, I want you to think back to the 2016 to 2018-19 Padres. They were very young, hyper-aggressive. That was when John Gray threw the 16 punch-outs against them. I was going to say, I think for McCade, we saw it last night. They are an aggressive team as well. They're more veteran now, but they definitely like to swing early in counts.
That's the other thing that was so impressive, Sully, about the 10 punch-outs by Kyle last night. We'll get Spilly's thought on this as that's fouled off. This is not a team that strikes out.
No.
They're aggressive, but they don't strike out. And you're at Coors Field, and Kyle punched 10.
I also think that Kyle had, the benefit of a lot of lefties in the lineup yesterday, and his curveball was just unbelievable.
This is on the ground to short, and Tovar comes and gets it with the speed of Tatis, 1 out.
Sully, before the start of the game, McCade Brown sprinted on the field without telling the rest of the fielders, let's go. That is usually the thing a starting pitcher will do, look at the group and then lead them out. Well, McCade ran on the field, and nobody knew he was on the field. The players are like, I guess we're going out.
Did Goody go? Or did Goody stay in the dugout too?
Everybody was still in.
Luis Arraez gets spun around at a 95-mile-an-hour heater, 1-0 on a rise. Luis at 284. Lifetime 316 hitter in an era that doesn't produce 300 hitters, much less a guy who's at 316.
I mean, he is so focused on bat to ball. He doesn't care about swing speed, swing length.
I think maybe more than anybody, to your point, Luis Arraez has a full understanding and an embrace of who he is.
And is incredibly comfortable with it, not trying to do anything more. Because he could sacrifice batting average for pop. Just about anybody who gets to the big leagues understands how to hit a homer. For Luis, though, he just wants hits. He knows what he is. He's a table setter for guys like Manny Machado behind him.
There's a 1-2 from McCade. And there's a hard ground ball to third. Handled by Kyle Karros, 2 outs. And that will bring up Manny Machado. Manny was hitless last night. Manny's one of 7 guys in the big leagues this year who has played in every one of his team's games. And I'm always impressed with that, and I have mad respect for that.
Yeah, especially in this day and age where workload management is a big part of baseball, sports in general, really.
Manny kind of put on a fact-finding mission, took a look at what the heater appeared to be since he's never faced McCade Brown. Then he gets the sweeper, and it's 0-2. That's a pitch, Corey, however you want to describe it. It really intrigues me about McCade.
Yeah, it's slow. It's got a lot of horizontal movement.
He goes to it again. He gets weak contact. And that is a beautiful start. 3 ground ball outs for McCade Brown. And the Rockies will go to the bat rack.
Cam, and that's the defensive work of Kyle Karros at third base last night. A slick little backhand pick. He's able to get Elias Diaz at first base on that. And then the last play of the game, a nice little 5-3 double play to shore up the win for the Rocks and Kyle Freeland last night.
He's been steady Eddie over there at third. He's been as advertised. Minor league Gold Glove winner.
He's been better than advertised.
Yeah, he's played very comfortable on both ends. That nicked Ryan O'Hearn evidently, and he'll go down to first. That's first base runner of the night, and that'll bring up another new Padre and Ramon Laureano.
A little secondary pitch that catches the left foot of O'Hearn. This was a bit of the problem in the last start for Brown. He had 5 free passes, 3 walks, 2 hits batsmen.
Laureano broke up the perfect game in the 5th with a double to right center against Kyle. Ramon Laureano the last month has been their best offensive player. Got him from Baltimore with O'Hearn. And Spilly, he is not disappointed. This is an under-the-radar guy. He can really hit. He can really play the game. And he plays with a little bit of
edge.
Exactly. He's a guy you want on your side.
I mean, since they acquired him on August 1st, he's led the Padres with the 7 homers and the 24 RBIs, and they've needed it.
Oh, could you imagine the lineup without him in it?
Yeah.
And he's got another base hit. Sat on that breaking ball. O'Hearn will slam on the brakes at second. 2 aboard, nobody out in the second. And Jackson Merrill coming up.
It's a slider from Brown that kind of backs up. It's trying to work its way down, but holds plane. Laureano goes down and gets it. Get to see the high leg kick. Good balance through the baseball.
He's strong.
Good compact swing. Here's Jackson Merrill. He's been in and out of the lineup with injuries this year after a phenomenal season last year. He's still just 22. He's 0 for his last 16. And we saw a little bit, Sully just referenced it, the hit by pitches in his last outing. And similar at times to Chase Dolander, big misses.
Yeah, big misses, especially right now. He's definitely pulling the baseball glove side, missing down and into those left-handed hitters.
He almost needs to throw a backdoor slider to get him back on track.
Same thing.
That hit him?
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, those obviously those aren't close. He's hit 2 guys in the foot. Now he's got an issue. Bases loaded, no one out.
It's a jerked sinker and catches Merrill right in the left foot. And that foot was planted, so that didn't. It never feels good. There's no give on that.
Yeah, he's limping.
You know, McCade's one of those guys who's got big extension. He's over 7 feet of extension, but I feel like a lot of times he might understride, and that's what makes you pull the baseballs. That arm is already ahead.
So Hunter Goodman goes out and counsels, and the guy at the plate, he's not going to move if there's a pitch near him. He gets hit as much as anybody in the game, and that's Jake Cronenworth. He's been plunked 14 times this year. 16 a couple years ago, his career high.
He's got armor all over the right side of his body.
He took a pitch off the elbow that missed the armor a couple weeks ago that he was telling me yesterday really kind of disabled him, not literally in the old sense, but for about 24 to 48 hours. This is a tough guy. Here's the 0-1 on Jake, way outside.
So in the first inning for Brown, it was 10 pitches, 9 strikes, just 1 ball. In this inning, he's already thrown 6 balls and just 3 strikes.
Yeah, I mean, Sully, I always defer to the fact that you pitch, obviously collegiately, not professionally. How does it go from one extreme to the other?
Again, I feel like a lot of time, I'm just watching, it seems like his mechanics are very simple, very smooth, right? But he's almost holding back. And I think when he holds back a little bit because he's trying to command the baseball so much, that's where the mistakes are happening because his mechanics are then out of sync.
Yeah, I mean, just replicate what you did in the first inning.
Yeah.
It was wonderful. Here's the 1-2. Back up the middle, it gets redirected, and no play for Tovar. It'll be a hit and a run for the Padres. And that's their first run since arriving in Denver. For Cronenworth, his 51st RBI.
I'm pretty sure this is one we wanted to not catch Brown, because I think Tovar would have had this up the middle, and Ritter was going to be at second base pretty easy. Unfortunately, he catches the backside of Brown.
Yeah, they're going to check him out. He didn't even have to throw a pitch, so you know he's just fine.
So 2 hit by pitches and 2 singles. 1-0 San Diego. The bases loaded for Freddie Fermin, who came from the Royals. He was in a job share, Spilly, of sorts in Kansas City, because they have, you know, the great Salvador Perez there. But Salvi will DH and play first base at times. So Fermin caught quite a bit with the Royals. Down the line, that's a fair ball. And 2 have scored. The trail runner is Cronenworth, and he's going to get a stop sign. So Fermin makes it 3-0 on a double. And the Padres are having a big second inning.
This is the problem when you give free passes at Coors Field. Hits turn into big run innings. Again, the slider backs up to the middle part of the plate. Fermin gets it down the line, and then it's the carousel. 13th double of the year for Freddie.
Bring up Mason McCoy. Journeyman guy playing shortstop tonight against Xander Bogaerts is out for the rest of the regular season. They hope to get him back, provided they get into October. He has a broken foot. He fouled the ball off his foot. Last night they played the veteran Jose Iglesias at short. Tonight it's McCoy. Does not have a big league hit this year.
Got himself 10 last year. Doesn't have his first big league homer. Hopefully he doesn't get it today.
Yeah, no. Get it against the Reds after this series.
Ball, 2 strikes on McCoy with Tatis on deck. Rockies have the infield that is normally characterized as 3 depth. Not all the way in. That'd be 4 depth. You have Cronenworth at third, Fermin at second. 1-2 on McCoy. Swung on a miss. So much needed strikeout by McCade Brown, and the Rockies already have Angel Chivilla.
I think with Warren Schaefer seeing some of the misses from Brown, if he's not able to squirm out of this and limit the damage, he's not afraid to go to the bullpen, especially given what Kyle did yesterday.
Tatis drives this ball to deep left center field, and it is gone. 20th home run for Fernando Tatis. And a 6-pack of runs here in the second for San Diego.
And that man right there has one of the highest OPS by a visiting player at Coors Field. He gets a slider, which again is just spinning in the middle. Catches it out front. You see him hit against that firm front side right there, 441 feet. It's the longest home run by a Padre this year.
I mean, you can just tell how twitchy Fernando Tatis is, because being able to put your foot down and then just create that amount of force.
Billy, you were doing an Apple game last night. Sully and I were talking, and Stouter talking about Fernando Tatis. We make this point periodically. You know, you're watching games on television, and people, you know, come to the ballpark, and it's hard to get a true feel sometimes for just how big some guys are. Fernando Tatis, a big guy. I mean, he's all of 6'4" or so, wide shoulders, and you know, the term you used, I'll repeat, he's really twitchy.
He's one of the most unique athletes in the sport.
He's almost got a swimmer's body.
You know what? You're right.
Yeah.
He really does.
He's got that V back.
I mean, he's an elite right fielder. He's turned himself into a fantastic defender. I mean, he still has shortstop baseball IQ, right? Like, just has a feel for where base runners are going to be.
Well, he's got 27 stolen bases in 33 attempts. We'd be remiss if we didn't mention that. And he's got a great smile. I know that Freddie Freeman's son loves him. Remember that a couple years ago at the All-Star game?
That's the only person he wanted to see.
That's it. So Machado's at the plate. He's the 9th man to hit here in the second. It's really amazing because McCade in that first inning could not have pitched better. 3 ground balls, really quick, lickety split. And the second inning has been the antithesis of that.
Well, to me, it goes back again to commanding the two-seamer, right? That's a pitch he yanked into Cronenworth, into Merrill. And so now the hitters are going up there sitting on that slider, and it's not working.
Two strikes on Machado. Shibi, pretty sure is ready if needed. 1-2. Pitch number 25 of the inning is coming up. Rise off first. And Machado hits it in the air to Freeman. That's the second out. I'll bring up Ryan O'Hearn. He led this mess off by getting hit on the foot with a slider.
Ryan O'Hearn's a good story. He was talking about the last couple years, how he went to Baltimore. He was 4th on the depth chart at first base. There was a bunch of injuries and poor performance. Got a chance to start playing a little bit more, platoon only. And then this year, first-time All-Star. Amazing what confidence does to a player.
And confidence born out of opportunity. 1-2. Maybe this next pitch will be interesting, Sully, because when he got ahead of Machado, the next two weren't competitive.
They were both sliders down and away.
Arise takes off, and the throw to second. Good pickup by Tovar. Didn't get Luis Arise, so he has his 10th stolen base.
I'm pretty sure the throw beats him, but with the hop, Tovar's got to try and make sure he picks it. It allows Arise to kind of slide by just on the backside of the bag. Tovey tries to get there, but can't.
Still 2-2 on Ryan O'Hearn. Padres have lost 5 consecutive games. Their worst stretch this year came in May. They lost 6 straight. They have failed to take advantage of the Dodgers not playing well the last week. So they remain 2 back of Los Angeles in the division. The Dodgers, they're going against Rogers tonight for Baltimore. And the Dodgers are up 1-0 in the 5th. 3-2 on O'Hearn. Yeah, that's way outside.
That'll do it for her.
Yeah, I can see Warren Schaefer moving already. And this will be disappointing. Third start for McCade Brown. You want to see some progress. And after that fine first inning, he cannot get out of the second. So McCade gone after 44 pitches, and it'll be a bullpen evening for the Rockies the rest of the way.